Welcome back to Explosive Entertainment's Director's Cut. I'm Dylan Weissman, and today we're walking you through an amazing bat mitzvah celebration.
Action!
The first thing we got to talk about is this was a 10 out of 10 bat mitzvah girl. She loved the spotlight, she loved to dance and party with her friends, she enjoyed spending time with her family, and there was nothing this girl wasn't excited about. Her smile was contagious, and I think everyone realized that this was her party without even a second thought. She was a star. When we describe what great bat mitzvah girls are like, it was Leah. So let's take a look at some of the unique aspects about this celebration that may give you some ideas for your next event. For starters, this had a massive stage setup because the family had a dual entertainment approach. They had me and my team there from Explosive, but then they also had a Russian band because the majority of the contingency of the family that was there was Russian speaking or Russian culturally. And for that reason, we really wanted to make sure that the celebration was cohesive and collaborative. So they brought in the people that did it best. And it was so exciting to work with a different company, but bring to life one goal. We had a massive video wall that was raised up high so that everyone in the room can see it. At least a half a dozen moving heads to create energy and charisma on the dance floor. With a immersive swing booth to capture both the branding and the elegance of the party, but also bring some fun to the photo station. And here's another unique thing. Because there was going to be a Russian band and the majority of Leah's friends weren't Russian speaking, we wanted to make sure that Leah and her friends had their own VIP experience. So we actually created an entire game room with its own DJ, its own sound system, and a bunch of games that Leah picked out so that her and her friends could go there during the sets of the party that weren't geared towards them. So let's break down some of the challenges. Outside of the fact that there were half the crowd that only spoke Russian, there was a lot of formality and fanfare that came with this. Outside of the normal grand entrance, hora, and candle lighting, there was also at least 4 different speeches that needed to take place. And not only were there 4 speeches, but they were in different languages. So it was really important for me and my team to express the importance of paying attention to one specific spot, even though you may not understand the language that's being presented at the time. I think all in all, we did a really good job of making sure that everyone realized where to be and how to be there and why it was important without getting in the way of Leah and her family being the star. There was a line of sparklers to help create great photos, and there was also a special dance performance. We had Dancing with the Stars legend Lacey Schwimmer come and do a whole choreographed performance. Now, with Leah's background in being a competitive ballroom dancer, this was a surprise to her, and she ate it up. The entire crowd was so excited to see Lacey there and then to be a part of an entire dance set with her and her team. Now, another thing that made this party so unique is that it wasn't a 4-hour party plus cocktail. It wasn't a 5-hour party. It was actually a 6-hour celebration. And that was because they wanted to make sure that the kids had a proper meal. They wanted to sit down. There was no buffet for the kids. They wanted a sit-down proper meal. They wanted a big dessert display, and then they wanted a little bit of an after-party style vibe. So we were excited to rise to the challenge of a longer celebration, knowing full well that Leah and her family deserve the time of their lives. You know, one of my favorite parts about an event like this is watching a family truly enjoy the fruits of their labor. The Spivak family worked so hard, coordinating and choreographing every bit of this timeline, and then watching it all unfold in front of their eyes with smiles and memory making. It was really, really fun to watch and to be a part of. And I think my team that was there felt that too. So let's talk a little bit about Addison Park. Addison Park is a massive venue that is perfect for a large crowd like the Spivak family had. They had 250 plus people at their event. And knowing that they were going to have a big group, having that auxiliary room was really important. So I am so proud of the large team that was there representing Explosive. We had 15 unique people on our staff that were responsible for various different parts of the celebration, whether it be dancers, DJs, lighting and staging techs, video wall techs, photo booth techs, but also we had game technicians, and it was really important that that team worked well together because of how spread out the event was. It was a combination of being spread out, but also feeling like we were together. I can tell you I got my steps in that day because we were constantly bouncing back and forth between the different parts of the venue. And I think Leah and her friends appreciated the fact that we were always looking to change it up. I think this all comes together with proper planning, proper coordination, and a family who's willing to express their vision and not settle for compromise. So thank you, Leah and your family, for letting us be a part of this thing. We are so thankful to be a part of it. It was so special of an event, and I can't wait to see some of your ideas at some of our next events. Take care.